Hey, hey, I got music in the background because I got a little notation from Facebook says that they don't care if I use their music, only they might run some ads, but if you got ad blocker, they can run all the ads they want. I don't see any ads. Hey, quiet. But if I can listen to my music instead of adding their contrived elevator music after the fact, that's no fun. Come on, Jasper, you want to come on out? Come on out, buddy. Go on. Go on. Watch out, don't knock over my water. Photobomb. Lay down. Come on. Yeah, you too. Come on. Shush. So, that's good news, because, get your nose out of there. Because that one cruise in Calipana one where I had the different music and stuff, that's, you know, if you can't cruise down the road, listen to your music, and then I can't, share that, then I don't want to do it. But I'm a purist, what can I say? I don't want contrived experience. I was going to go today. God, it's beautiful out there right now. Everybody's fed. I could go. Oh! See, I'd go more often when I take somebody. When people visit, then you get the energy to go and be the tour guide. I've been a tour guide in the past. Way in the past. In the 70s. Jasper, stop it. In the 70s, and when I lived in Waikiki, and I'd meet tourists that usually it'd be Canadians staying in the hotel, and they had this. I found this out by people I meet and what they're doing in their movie, and the Canadians were had these Sun Fun tours at the bottom of the hotel, you know, the card table with all the different things to do and And these girls were going to go on a 7-island Piper Cub, you know, airplane ride, island hop for a day, one day. And, you know, stop at one or two of them for lunch and a snack. And it was like $375 a ticket. And this was, you know, this is a long time ago, right? In the 70s. And so I asked him, do you want to take a $375 roller coaster ride? Or would you rather, Kitty, now don't shake the table because the camera's on the table. Would you rather take a couple of days on a neighboring island, room, air, car, food, booze, all included for the same $375 each? And yeah, so you know, back then you could get inter-island coupons for what, 13, 18 bucks or something. And we'd go over to Maui, and I'd go rent a wreck, because the only Jeeps with four-wheel drive were rent-a-wreck, because those were, you know, ex-private vehicles. And Hertz and them, you know, their Jeeps were two-wheel drive. Well, and you can't go off-road anyway, or you're not supposed to. Well, what's the point? The road to Hana, you know. So I give them the local experience. We get a old Toyota four-wheel drive where we can take it off-road and go to the places that you cannot see with tourists, and stay in Lahaina Inn, and the room above the bar was 18 bucks. You know, the band would be like bam bam to 10 o'clock at night, but that's okay. We're down the street till 2. By the time we get back, it's dead quiet downstairs. So knowing all these little ins and outs, you know, the tricks. On the road to Lahaina, there's a quick stop store. We'd slide in there and get a half a gallon of rum. That way when we get to the hotel, we make our own drinks instead of paying, you know, crazy bar prices. And yet, you know, it was, God, no responsibility, didn't have to feed any animals. Oh, the good old days when you're young and detached from responsibility. But it's not too bad here. I just have to schedule it because the animals rule the roost. So anyway, this is cool that I get to have some music in the back. I don't know if I didn't talk about old people. I touched on old people, but I really like I did mention my grandma. When I was in high school, I lived with these old people. When I moved out of my parents' house, I got this room in the back of these old people's house. They weren't using it, and I was like work trade. I didn't pay them rent, but I did stuff around the place. And usually when I came home from school, I turned off the pot that was on the stove burning with the artichoke that looked like a walnut. And the whole kitchen's full of smoke. Hey, that's what I look forward to when I grow up. And how many times have I left the stove on? So John and his wife, he tells me this one time that his wife was the last blood-living relative to Martha Washington. And this guy, John, worked for Rockefeller in New York. He was from New York. His library in that house was full of first editions and a big old roll top and a whole bunch of, you know, stuff when he worked for John D. And he had books. He gave me a Bible once. He actually told me to clear some of that stuff out because he thought it was a fire hazard. I go, but is it, you know, worth anything? He said, I just get, you know, when you get old, you know, and they didn't have kids, they didn't care about stuff. You know, they really didn't care about stuff. So I found this one Bible that was Spanish and English, both dual language, and the inscription addressed or inscribed to to Don Juan Bolivar from Padres something else, 1880s. And in that book were 4 pages from manuscripts from, according to the Stanford historian, 14th or 15th century French or English on pigskin with crushed stone, and the gold leaf on it is real gold, 24 karat gold. And so 2 of them had music bars on them with 4 lines, not 5. So that was one way to date it. And 2 of them were really highly embellished and illuminated. I sold the 2 with the music to my history professor, that one that told me presidents were bought and sold. I think I gave them to him for like 25 bucks each. These pages were like torn out of the museum quality book, probably during the Depression, and sold on the street corners. They had like $1.20, you know, during the Depression, as opposed to people selling pencils and apples. If you had something like that to sell, you could get $1.20 a page. Anyway, he was a pipe organ tuner, a skilled craftsman. He tuned old pipe organs in Stanford and Berkeley and Old St. Mary's in San Francisco, and yeah, so that's a longer story on John. I could go on, but I'm going to hit these other guys. When I left home at 17, so I was already, you know, hanging out with these old people. I'm 17 years old, and he'd tell me stories that take him forever. He'd go, well, you know, when we first moved on the hill here, there were no roads, and we were the only house. Oh, I see you roll your own. Yeah, John, we got that in common. So they were really cool. I still have those 2 manuscripts to this day, all my travels and all my ins and outs and things. It's amazing, but I still have those things hanging on my wall in the living room. I'll attach pictures on this slide thing. Now, with this music playing in the background, since I know I'm listening to the Pink Beautiful Trauma album, it's like a certain amount of time. So when it's up, that's a time clock. So another old man, Lieutenant Colonel in New Mexico, taught me to lay tile. And you see the tile on the ground here. My whole house is the same tile. The walkways to the studio, indoor, outdoor, all one slab, same level tile. Why? Because I raise Great Danes. and if they have an accident, you don't want to have a cow. If it's you know, the Indian carpet, you can take it out and clean it. If it's a throw rug, you can wash it. No wall-to-wall carpet if you got pets. So first thing I did was ripped out the wall-to-wall carpet in this place. This slab we're sitting on right here is, oh man, hand done 60 loads in the cement mixer in one day. I did this porch in two parts, and each one was 60 loads in a day. And you had to, because there's no cement truck that can get back in here, and having it pumped back here would have cost a bunch. Didn't cost a couple $100 doing it myself. So anyway, the Lieutenant Colonel that taught me to do tiles gave me a lot of tricks, and you know, that's a skill that I've used. I did a tile floor down in La Alehu here, in a historic house that a friend owned, who used to have Aloha Macnut soil compost. And that picture of that garden I put in one of these videos is the first garden I had in the Hualoa with Macnut compost soil, not a weed in that garden. So tile is another tool in the belt. And I mean, I did mosaics in the boys club, you know. I knew about tile grout and such. Hey, I'm gonna get the spray for you, Bobo. Hang on. You're scratching too much to my liking. And then another Lieutenant Colonel was the one that owned the Collins Hotel and gave me a job. The first part of that job, when I was working for the antique dealer Sam Katz of Katz and Bestoff fame, K&B drugstores in New Orleans, I was working for the senile old man in his antique store, and the owner, Claire, comes in and she goes, "Can you come up to the hotel and look at a couple pieces we need redone?" I went up there to look at it, and I walked in the front door, and the door drug on the floor. And I go, wow, this is, a beautiful building. I pulled up and went like, oh, Gone with the Wind, sweet, on St. Charles. But then I come up to these beautiful mahogany doors with the beveled glass and, big brass knob, and open it up and scrape. I went like, oh, that hurt me. That hurt me. Can I fix your front door before I even look at the bedroom set that you want refinished? And she goes, yeah, that needs it. I go, it doesn't need to be repaired. It needs to be restored. I got to take that thing off the hinges. Because all I had to do is go look at it and see the history of all the morons who would have hammered nails and screwed, oh, Jesus, multiple hinge changing spots up and down trying to find a solid piece of wood to screw into, and it was disgusting. So I took the door off, started stripping that on the side, and while I was waiting, you know, for that to go through its process, I cut the, and I had to do this in one day to have the door back on before nighttime, right? Security, it's a hotel, people are staying in the hotel. I did this while they were in business. I put the door back on, it wasn't finished, it was stripped, but it was hanging. I replaced the door jamb with another solid piece of mahogany into the joists, matched it into the original, stained it in there, cut new hinge spots, and rehung the door, put a door closure on it, and then a couple days later, after it was all varnished and looking good, Jacques comes back from his other jobs. He was a tug. He had 2 tugboats that he oil tankers that go to and from Houston to the refineries in New Orleans. He had 2 of those. He flew for Eastern Airlines. He was a lieutenant colonel in the Kunas Militia, the Air National Guard. So this guy's my mirror opposite, right? And we're in New Orleans. He was Cajun. I get along good with the Cajuns, because when I started getting high like that and I started talking like that in him, I swear I had one old lady thought for sure I was. Sure y'all, Shay, I know y'all. I know you Cajun. I said, no, I'm from California. So anyway, he comes up, he opens the door, he turns around and looks at the door and watches it close automatically. And I was standing in the hallway with Claire, and he looks at me and looks at her, and she goes, "This is our new Renaissance man." So he shakes my hand and goes, "You do that?" And I go, "Yeah." He goes, "Can you build a bar?" I go, "If you got enough money, I'll build you Noah's Ark." No fear, no limitations. No problem. Oh yeah, and my channel, I had to put a warning up. They only let you have so many words on the description. No filter, and it's going to be probably not politically correct. I can see the subscriptions coming and going. But that's okay. I'm not in it for the viewers, and I'm not in it for the money. I'm in it for the sharing of the photobombing great days. Lay down. You gonna lay down right here too, Jasper? Don't. No play. Come here, Zircon. Lay down right there. Jasper, stop. Stop. Down. Down. Come on. You're in the picture. Jasper, stop it. Stop it. Lay down. Zircon. All right, there we go. Now you all just chill out. Look at the cat's right there and not even moving. Stop it. All right. You're good. Everybody's good. Look at this. 3 dogs and a cat in one shot. You guys are crazy. You're all hams. You're all hams. You don't see me running in front of the lens. Do you? No. So anyway, the story on the Columns Hotel is a book in itself, but it's really cool, and they're going to do a 40th anniversary. I might go back to the mainland for that. It'd be really hard for me to go through an airport. Last time I went through the airport it was after 9/11, right? It was because after 9/11, I only went to the mainland one time. My stepdad died September of that. No, that was wait a minute. No, that was the following year. They both died in 2000, and then in 2001, 9/11. My high school reunion was in November, 10 days after, or something like that, or the following month. I think it was November 10th, maybe. That's what it was. And the day that I was flying over there, my little brother tells me they had a briefcase bomb scare in the San Francisco airport. I go, I don't care. I got reservations. I'm going. And she's I ain't worried about them bombing up San Francisco or anything. So, that was the last time, and security they didn't have nothing yet, okay? It was only a month. And then I hadn't flown back until 2010. So it'd been 9 years. And I was like in shock. It was like getting booked into jail or something. I'm surprised they didn't, like, you know, drop them and spread them. It was like, and I'm on the plane, and I felt like standing up in front of the aisle and go, when did you people all give up your rights? My God. It's like unbelievable for that whole big fake story. It's just like, wow, they're winning. Incrementally, they're doing what, you know, the plan. All the plan to depopulate us all. That's scary. Well, I don't think I feel sorry for young kids and kids having kids, because I won't live to see the dystopian nightmare, I hope. It's like one of those fluctuating, sliding scales that's going crazy downhill. And, hey, Smokey, hang on a second. I'm going to stop this and come spray you. Okay. He hates getting that spray on him, but it's not bad stuff. I don't use Hart's Mountain or none of that garbage stuff, that poison. And it's really hard to pick a flea pill to give to these guys, because you read so much, you know, people's dogs dying and stuff. I do a lot of checking on whatever I give these guys. As naturally as we can do it is the best. When I go on the other side of the island by the eucalyptus trees, you can grab all the acorns and make them acorn necklaces. And a bunch of leaves. Make beds out of leaves, acorns, eucalyptus. Poof, huh. So yeah, this is better not having the dead silence, because I'm not used to having no music playing. It's in my soul. Oh, buddy. And Pink says she doesn't care, because I got this one concert YouTube that I downloaded, and it's on my USB drive in my truck. So like, if I'm driving down the road, I'm in the concert, right? Everybody's cheering, yeah. And she goes, here's one you all know the words to, because you already all downloaded it. So she doesn't have to sing alone. And that, you know, that's smart. If you don't care if people download your music, more people are going to come to your concerts, because they like it, you know, if they like your songs. But that's one of the biggest, hardest things living over here, is you don't get any good music performances. I mean, you get like one guy from Steppenwolf and his new band. We get, oh God, John Mayall's been here a couple of times. Next time he'll probably be in a wheelchair. We've got Jefferson Starship came, but they had a girl who was front, and sure it wasn't Grace, and she didn't even know all the words to the songs. That was sad. Cyndi Lauper came. I saw her over to Waikoloa, and she should come to the Mango Acres gym. She was kind of busting out of her little pink her little pantsuit thing she was wearing. Just jumping up on the tables and thing, acting like she was still on that album cover. That girl got heart. And she played with Jake Shimabukuro, the Hawaii's ukulele phenomenal Jimi Hendrix ukulele guy. They played together. That was a treat. But boy, it's been years. Can't think of anybody that's been here. Oh, Marcia Ball from New Orleans. She played in the Palace Theater. And the Radiators from New Orleans played in the Palace Theater. If they can get the Neville Brothers down here, pshwa, that would be cool. Aaron Neville doing Amazing Grace is like Israel doing Somewhere Over the Rainbow. But anyway, Jasper loves to dance. If I get up and start dancing, Jasper will dance with me. He's a funny guy. I don't know if we'll ever get to that point to do it on camera, but he loves to dance. So I don't have to get up and dance like nobody's watching, because somebody is watching and they join in. Jasper. The oldest person I sat down with here on the island was Auntie May on her 105th birthday over here in Paradise Park. A whole bunch of the community and family, they're all hanging out there at the community center, and they're all talking to each other and talking story. And here she is sitting over there in the middle of a table by herself. It's like, what's up with that? So I slide on over there and started up a conversation. And she wanted a selfie. But she didn't call it that. But she saw my camera, and she was inquisitive about that. So I snapped it and I showed her. Yeah, we can do that. She didn't have too many words of wisdom to impart, but she didn't smoke cigarettes. She didn't eat junk food, and she didn't eat a lot. She was little like my grandma. Eat like a bird. You don't need a lot. Humans are only supposed to be eating very lean meat and fruits and whatever wild vegetables there are, because they weren't really planting and harvesting originally. But, you know, factory farm beef, you might as well, you know, Soylent Green, huh? Jeez. Yeah, I don't think I've had a fast food burger thing since I've been on this island. I gave up those things years ago. I think I gave up McDonald's in high school when I got a pickle bigger than the burger. That's when they were 28 cents, the hamburgers. Oh, old person. Yeah. Beautiful out right now. So we got a little rain. That was good. Everything got watered. Collected some water. That's all good. I should open that bottle of wine. See if I sound any more coherent drinking. Because listening to myself, it's wow. It's embarrassing that I sound like I'm drunk already. That's what missing a few teeth will do. And you know what? This is funny, because the bridge that fell out this year is like 27 years old, maybe. Jeez, that's longer than they said it would last. And it was in the tooth that I lost from the fight. I had a Maryland bridge in it for years before that, but in the 90s I got a regular bridge. So when it fell this time, of course the two teeth with it went too. So that's why I slide off my teeth with my tongue, and I hate it, because I'm really good. you know, really good at articulating, and I've been in court a few times, and it's really good to have linguistic staccato. It slows down your momentum when you're tripping over your tongue. So it's a learning curve. My older brother, and I'm sure some of you guys can relate if we go into the denture thing, he already had all his upper teeth pulled and got an insta-denture thing, and he said he doesn't even use it. And I almost was going to go in and do that, you know, and because, you know, it's nice to have a full set instead of some missing ones. It's nice if they work, and if they chew. I'm not so much concerned about the cosmetic appearance of my face anymore. That's why you don't see it. But I learned that one guy had a video who did the insta-denture thing, and he did it day by day, like I'm doing this, but the camera's facing his face, and he pulls out his teeth every day and shows you. And it was nothing but complaint about the pus and how they don't fit, and then this and that. And I was, you know, I called up the dentist and go, yeah, I don't think I'm ready for this yet. I can still chew, you know, meat a little bit, and I have a food processor, so yeah, I keep mine as long as as long as they stay in my face, and when they drop out, then I'll replace them. But it makes it hard to talk, and doing videos is like, nah. But that's okay, because it's all about the words and not the, you know, the sound of the words. Know what I'm saying? Know what I mean? How's Zircon? Jasper went in the house. Jasper, how come you in the house, man? How come you in the house? Oh, because you didn't want to get sprayed, huh? Zircon doesn't care about getting sprayed. Stay there, Zircon. Right there. Stay right there. Oh, you had a good spot right there. You were like right in the thing. Stay there. Stay there. Atta boy. Yeah, just stay there. Just chill. Relax. Okay. Stay right there. Calm. Commentate. Oh man. You keep moving. You keep moving. I have to keep moving the camera. Look at Smokey over there on his deck underneath the fan palm. Yeah, he got sprayed. He's not scratching no more, but he doesn't like to get sprayed. I had to grab him by the collar and hold on to him. He's twisting and turning. He's gonna, like a calf, he's gonna twist my arm off. He doesn't like getting sprayed, but when he gets sprayed, he doesn't scratch. So go figure. All the kids are different. Jasper doesn't need to get sprayed because he's in the house and gets more showers than these guys get. How's Zircon? You're so mellow. Well, cool. I'll cut this one off now. Oh. And, hey, and, you know, shout out to you guys who are, like, you know, kicking down and contributing. It's not for that reason, but you know what? Proof of I'm not going to monetize is putting music in the background, because on the videos it says copyrighted content cannot monetize. That's okay. Alright, that's okay. No. But this is sure nice out here. Huh. Maybe I'll get the glass of wine and come back with the lights on later when it gets looks to be lights time. Alright, you guys. Catch you later. Hey, here we are. Here we are at the at the kitchen show. I hope this battery doesn't run out, because I got 2 battery chargers and 3 batteries, and I'm running my batteries dead, man. This camera has never had so much action. Let's see what we got here. That's a good one. Cool. That's a good one. Cool. What are you doing, kitty? So we only need 2. Didn't really want to use a fertilized one. I know. So 2 eggs and about whoops, about that much baking soda. Can you see that? Okay. Organic baking soda. What? Quiet, I'm making chocolate chip cookies. Alright. So, and we also, now it's silly to get organic salt, just, you know, good old natural sea salt. Whoa, not that much, let's see. About that much, okay? Okay. And, where's my measuring cup? Organic, raw organic sugar. I do about, this is I've got to refill this up from the bag, but this is actually going to be just enough, because I don't use all sugar. But just like that, and then do honey like that. Okay, so it's a cup of sweetener, but not all sugar and not all honey. Okay, same with the oil. This is organic coconut oil. You're only going to use a half a cup of oil, and it's mostly, but I put some olive oil in there too, because temperature difference. Okay, so half a cup of oil, cup of sugar, and organic vanilla extract. Whoa, baby. I like the vanilla. It's good for you too. Let's get this together first. Get all the rest of that out of there. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay, that's that. All you gotta do now is add chocolate chips. And I measure my chocolate chips in my hand, because, like, you know, that's how you cook with your hands. Gotta have love in it. Now, I don't know what that measurement is, but it's a semi-full hand. Where's my, you know what I use to clip my baggies like this? Normally I have enough of them laying around, is clothespins. Okay, so that's not putting the chips in there, no big deal. Now I come with the organic whole wheat pastry flour. Do a couple heaping cups, one at a time. Whoa, kitty, that sounded like a power slide. Or was that you, Jasper? Work that in slowly so you don't like poof the flour all over the place. Yeah. Chicken there. You know, when I had my parvo litter and they were dying on the kitchen floor, this is terrible to talk about, isn't it? Pink got me through that, man. But this song, Please Don't Leave Me, oh, that just bust me up. But I know I'll be ready when the devil is near. Where does everybody go when they go? Let me ask you. Everybody thinks they know. Now sometimes I would throw my organic cocoa powder in here to make them chocolate chips. But I'm kind of low on my cocoa powder, and I'd rather have my cocoa in the morning than cocoa flavored cookies. Chocolate chips is enough. Alright, look at that, huh? Dude, how quick that was. Alright, cookies are ready. That's a good dough. It's got coconut in there, vanilla in there, chocolate in there. Look at that. Let's get the rest of all this. Whatever you are. You don't, if you use butter in cookies, you know, you'll burn them. Butter doesn't do too good in the oven like that. Especially when you got an antique oven like mine, where you can't see any of the numbers on the dial. And it's hard to replace. Everything now is digital. That's why I still have, you know, over 20-year-old stoves, because everything now you have to get a digital stupid thing. And, you know, gotta cook with gas. Speaking of which, I'll turn it on. Turn it on to like, I don't know, 320 or something. This is a well-used cookie sheet, as you can see. And I use a melon scoop, or a tiny ice cream scooper thing. It's a small one, see? You can go like that. Yeah, just like that. And then you come back with the two-finger smush after. Now Scott said he wasn't going to take you in his kitchen. My kitchen been on YouTube since 2009. Actually, all my videos were private for a while. I didn't think this was going to be fun. But here I am in my house talking to myself, and people are replying. Oh, okay. Come clean. This is my second glass of wine, but I'm still driving okay, so I seem to be doing fine. Now the the test will be is if I burn the cookies. I don't have a timer. That timer I had was one of those wind-up kind clocks, but you know, it died. I need a talking egg timer. Alright, I'm gonna look at this. Chuka chuka choo. Coming down to the end here. That off there. And if I'm gonna not make a full sheet, I'll make sure that the last one I miss, if it doesn't have enough. I could have used a little bit more flour, but the last one I would leave the back corner empty. Because when you go to grab it with a hot pad, you don't mush a cookie. Alright? Alright, so it looks like, yeah, just enough. Like that. This one here looks a little shy, so we'll give that to you. And this here, that's all done. And then, boom. Eight to 10 minutes. When my mom was playing piano and making cookies, I'd come home, slam the Stingray bicycle on the front lawn, smash through the front door, and my mom's playing Rachmaninoff or something on the piano, Tchaikovsky, somebody, and I just like dive on the couch and just, because you know, I'm riding a bicycle like a madman, you know, for what, 2 or 3 miles from school, through the questionable neighborhood, over the overpass, over the freeway. We weren't on the other side of the tracks. We were not only on the other side of the tracks, but the other side of the freeway too, right next to San Francisco Bay. And but I knew she was going to be done with this piece that she's playing soon, because she won't let the cookies burn. I can smell the cookies in the oven, and she's not going to burn the cookies. I mean, you know, she was younger than I am now. Oh boy, my mom was pretty hot when she was in her 20s. I got pictures to tell you. Alright, I think, let's see if the, alright, oven's ready. And we'll take this up while I put all this away. Let's see if how that, yeah. Hello. I'll show you the while they're cooking, we'll go outside. Yep, the bottoms are perfect. Oh. Banana milkshake and chocolate chip cookies with my raw psyllium husk. And yeah, those are purple tiles at my kitchen, that's right. Okay, well, we don't know how long this battery is going to last, but the cookies are out of the oven. They were perfect. It's amazing because I burn them a lot. But oh, the wine, it's a Barefoot, what do you call it, a Moscato. And this is what I do with the corks. See, that one there is black. Oil barrels for the train. Oil drums for my miniature town. Okay, so I'm gonna have a cookie. Hey, I thought of another thing. If anybody wants to like adopt a dog, like they do in the zoos and stuff, you know, you can like sponsor a dog or adopt a dog if you live in a city and you don't have a dog. And then for those that want to, like, you know, have a I'll spend more time with that dog and make you a individual video and show you more of what each of them does. Something like that, you know. Like we had when we had the white tiger in the zoo, you could donate to the zoo and have it be for the tiger. That poor boy died. He didn't live that long either. That was a shame. That's why I have these big dogs, because I can't have big cats, and I wouldn't because they're not domesticated. Dogs are domesticated. People have, you know, Siegfried and Roy. Sorry, son, but you know, get what you deserve. That guy's not the same as a dog. But it's the big animal and the colors, and you know, the big mouth full of teeth. Huh, Jasper? Cookie. Crap. I couldn't wait. So yeah, I put the information in the description, and you know how it works. And snail mail. I'm gonna resist as long as I can. I'm with the YouTube resistance. You know, I can see the red sky over there, but I know this camera can't pick it up. But with the GoPro, I hope. And then I gotta find that battery too for that Sony cam. Oh shoot, my list just got wet. Bummer. There we go, dry it off here, Jasper. Oh. Alright, well, I'm going to cut this short. Cookies turned out, the pond turned out, the lights. I was afraid the battery was going to die. I could charge it up and load it up tomorrow. But, yeah. I think I answered all the questions. It was only really the purple question. But yeah, if you got any questions about anything in Hawaii, I only have you know, 20 years continuous experience. I only had 17 at home. So on some more subjects in the Wake and Bake. Have a good night. Hui ho.